find out. Hello, are you here to debate?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Can I just get your name, age, and pronouns?
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, my name is Morgan, 36, male.
Okay, but what are your pronouns?
I don't have any, brother.
Sorry, can do me a favor? Tell me you don't have pronouns, but don't use a pronoun to tell me.
Okay, I don't have pronouns.
You used a pronoun. I'm going to ask you again. I is a pronoun. So can you tell me again without using a pronoun?
All right, no, I can't.
Oh, okay. So you do use pronouns.
I don't use the preferred ones that you guys try to,
You don't
implement on
use
general
preferred
society.
ones. So you go by any pronoun. So like if I call you she, her, that's okay.
Is this a got? I mean, it doesn't offend me, but is this like a got you show or anything like that?
No, but when I ask somebody to tell me the pronouns and they say male, I assume that they can't follow instructions. So I like to make sure
Okay,
people can follow
he,
directions before we talk. Oh,
he,
okay. He,
him.
great. That was simple. What do you disagree with on the board?
Oh, well, let me pull it back. Why I lost the board. I don't know. What I guess I disagree with is
Did you
this like
even read
supposed to
it
be
before you came up
a
here?
general statement for all men, or is it just an opinion based board?
Sorry, speak again, Alina.
No, I just, it sounds like you didn't even read it. Like, how do you call in and not know what you're going to talk about? I don't understand that.
Maybe I don't know what you want me to talk about. I know what I want to talk about.
You don't, because we
You
asked you
say
what you
it's.
wanted to talk
I'm.
about.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
You don't, because we asked you what you wanted to talk about. You're like, let me take a look here. Like if you were ordering something off of the Cold Stone menu.
Well, I did have y'all show up on YouTube. I accidentally clicked off the screen. I was trying to go back to your bulletin point so I
Okay,
can
so
give
what
you
would
guys
you
a
like to
fair
talk about then?
conversation.
The floor is yours. What would you like to talk about?
Well, I wanted to know if you guys think your opinions on your board right there where it says U.S. hates women, no, they don't want to protect women's rights, stuff like that. Is that a general opinion, or do you truly believe that men in whole across this country feel that same way?
Why would Jovan create this background if he didn't agree with it? Like if he wasn't.
You obviously you created the background. You gave out a phone number to call for call-ins to, have your opinion challenged. Now, if you really felt that way, why live in a country that you think all men hate women? Hold on, I would love to pull that bulletin board back up. I'm sorry, I wish I had it up right now so I can defend all of my points on all the board member points that you guys have. I don't believe we live in a country that strictly hates women. I don't believe men want a wife as a mommy or a servant or anything like that. Some people, sure, I can agree with that on a small percentage across the board, but I don't think it's a general statement that I
Are
don't think
you
it's
are
fair
you
to
in a
say,
relationship right now?
yes, I am.
Okay. Who does the grocery shopping?
Well, we live separately, so we both do technically. But when I'm in town, I work out of town. I'm on the road all the time. I've been on the
Oh,
road for
okay.
the past 2 years. But when I come into town, it's an equal partnership. She has two kids from another marriage, um, and we do everything together. Like for example, right now, we're doing Christmas shopping together. As far as her kids go, like I call her, it's like, hey, what would be appropriate for your daughters? What do you think your son was like? So we kind of communicate about damn near everything. Um, I don't make decisions out of pocket. She doesn't make decisions out of pocket. We communicate with one another. I love the shit out of her too, man. She's a great woman, hardworking woman, funny as hell. She has a
The
lot of
chat the
qualities
chat
about her
thinks that
that.
the chat thinks that you sounded sad when you said that.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you the chat thinks that you sounded sad when you said that. Do you wish that you guys lived in the same place?
Yes, I mean we will soon. Once this project I have going on is over with. But yeah, no, I want to live with her. We live separately right now just because I have to.
Hmm. Do you have
As far as cleaning goes, do the same cleaning. Like there's no patriarchy or anything like that in our household. That we stand on equal ground.
okay, well, do you have guy friends that are married?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Do you have guy friends that are married?
I do. I only have a small handful of friends, but yes, they are married as well.
Do you know what their like life like is like? Are there, do they do like you do?
Yes, for the most part. For example, I have one of my best friends. They live together in a household. They have grown kids that are about 30 years old that live with them. And they have a harder time dealing with each other's, problems. Like when something happens in the household with her children, her grown children, he tries to reprimand them as an adult, and those are her babies, those are her biological children. She doesn't allow it, and he vents about a lot of things, but I'm not there. I don't know. I don't know their household. I only know by the things my friends vent to me about. So, I have opinions as well as far as some things that they have going on in their house, but ultimately that's their relationship. That's their stage, not mine.
So wait, are you saying that because in your house, not even your houses, because your significant other is doing, it sounds like 100% of the housework of like their house and taking care of their kids, and you're in your house doing your housework, that there is not any disparity for women in the greater populace because you don't see that in your
I don't
personal life?
disagree. I don't disagree with that. I'm not saying that it's figment of y'all's imagination. I don't agree that it's on a large total general scale.
Do you
As
think
as
averages kind of paint a good broad picture when we're looking at populations and how populations may act? Like if the average amount of people in a
per
population
capita,
act a certain
absolutely.
way. Great. So when we see that like on average women engage in uh like over twice the amount of household labor as men do, even when women are the breadwinners of the family, like when we see these distributions on average, is that not tell you
Where's the
something?
data?
British Journal of Medicine. I can pull up the exact study if you want it.
Sure. I mean, if you can read, certain points off to me, is that's just one review. You said British. That's not even American. There
Do you
may
think
be different culture out there
I'm sorry.
versus,
I'm sorry.
American culture.
What's the difference in culture when it comes to household labor between like American families and like British families? What's the difference in culture?
I would imagine American culture is much different than any culture on this planet, even though it
How so?
comes from a
What
Western
is
history.
American culture?
There's a big, huge difference between American culture and
No,
British
I'm
culture
asking
and Asian culture.
what is American culture? Mayo?
Oh, what? I can't hear you.
Palm colored? Is that
I said
I'm sorry.
mayo, like mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise,
sun dodgers?
maybe. I don't know if they
Yeah.
use mayonnaise in Britain.
No, I'm asking what is American culture?
Oh,
So
it's
mayo.
different. It's hard to explain American culture, but it's certainly different. And you're asking me
Do you wanna
what's
do
the
you wanna
difference
ask me
between a
like
Brit?
you can ask me what Cuban culture is, like where I'm from, and I can tell you what Cuban culture is.
Okay,
So
give me an example with what's Cuban culture?
very multi-generational household, um, salsa music, merengue music. We do a lot of stuff with plantains,
Okay, all
tostones,
right. Well,
plátanos.
thank you for the examples. Well, American culture is a family-based culture, Christian family-based culture, mainly white. Um, over the decades, many decades of this country have a lot of immigrants come in and also bring in their culture, which is similar to American culture as far as
Christian based?
family-based culture,
I'm just
religious-based
sorry.
culture.
I need to point in here. Are we saying that Europe also doesn't have a family based, mostly Christian religious culture?
It could, yeah, it could, absolutely.
It could, Where do you think we got it from?
Well, we left the Western culture. You know, we left the British and English kingdom realm and kings and queens and made our own for religious free for religious prosecution in this country. We have actually left that standard. The older the
I'm
country
sorry.
has grown, we've left that standard.
I'm sorry. Where is the West?
We're in the West. We're in the West. But we are separated by thousands of miles between each culture.
So we would be
Britain's not in
Western
our
culture,
backyard.
right?
Britain's not in our backyard. We're getting off topic. Where are we at?
No, we're not.
Where are we at?
We're
not gonna
directly
argue
on
about-
topic. Your response was that the reason why the study that I pulled up, which if people want to read it, it's called Women's Well-Being and the Burden of Unpaid Work. The reason why this study wouldn't qualify is because it's from the British Medical Journal, and that in Britain their culture is different than ours, except it wouldn't be, because what you said our culture is like a family-based culture, which would be their culture as well. The nuclear family is very much a thing.
How many women in Britain are working versus women in America? You know, there's a lot of different cultural differences between America and Britain. So let's go back. I don't want to
Do
veer
you
off
have
topic
sources
of
for that?
the study that you.
Where are you getting this information?
Yeah, what's the
Where are
difference?
you getting the
Can you
information?
Are
That's what I'm
you
asking.
suggesting?
That was my
No, you
original
brought it
question. I was
up.
like, where's the data come from?
Wait, what is the difference that you're suggesting that there is between the United States and Britain that would make Jovan's source like not applicable here?
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know your source. You said it's the Britain Journal, blah blah blah. Is it peer reviewed or is it just an opinion piece? Is this actual data or is it an opinion piece? A lot of people get that mixed up between opinion pieces
Do you
and
think
actual peer reviewed
do you think opinion pieces get posted in medical journals?
Oh yeah, look at COVID. There was a lot of opinion pieces during COVID. And now we have to backtrack. We have
What
to
were you
backtrack
re-
a
what were
lot
you
of years
reading?
worth of COVID bullshit just to prove that, hey, a lot of this stuff was not real. A lot of this stuff was unnecessary. We made a mistake with the lockdowns. We made a mistake with getting rid of people's businesses. Absolutely. There's a lot of peer-reviewed stuff in the
Wait,
medical
caller,
journal. And you guys want to
I
laugh
can
about it
tell
like you don't
you're
you
you're
won't
doing
accept
this
that.
thing.
Mm.
You're doing this thing where you're not actually answering the question. I know you don't think that you are. I mean, maybe you don't realize it, but you're going off on another tangent. And I think we're going to kind of keep coming back and asking you to be critical of this study and not go off on some peer-reviewed thing. I'm sure that Jovan can tell you the title of the study and probably the authors, and you can look it up, but you're the one that's saying
Well, you
that
just
it's
asked
not
me.
accurate.
You just asked me if I thought opinion pieces were in the medical journal, and I gave you a yes.
No,
It's
no,
not
no,
a
no, no.
tangent. I'm giving you
Rewind.
an example
Nope.
of why I think there is.
Because you brought up like a stupid point. So let's just go back
Which
to it.
was-
You're
which was that?
avoiding.
Look,
You're avoiding.
look, I'm not
you're-
insulting you guys. I'm not insulting you guys, so don't insult me back. Don't laugh at me. Don't call me, a stupid points and shit like that. Let's get back
No,
to the
I'm not
topic.
calling
Don't
you a
mansplain. Hey,
stupid
don't
point. I'm
mansplain
saying
shit
you
to me.
made a stupid
Don't
point.
mansplain shit to me.
Here's the beautiful thing. The British Medical Journal has a section called opinions. Do you know what section my study is not in?
Let me
The
guess,
section's
opinion
titled
section.
opinions. It doesn't fit into that category.
Did he just say that we were mansplaining to him?
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
That's
sure
next
did.
level. That is next level. Diabolical.
Well,
Interesting.
if you can't see past your nose, that's fine. But I'm setting
Define
a standard
mansplaining.
myself. You don't have.
And why does that
You
bother
guys know it just well. You guys know it just
Define
well.
mansplaining.
Well, look. Let's get back to the topic. I'm not sitting
I
here trying to throw
don't.
punches at you guys. I'm not trying to do no
don't.
gotcha
Can you
shit.
explain?
Let's get back
Can
to the
you,
topic.
can you tell me
Mhm.
what mansplaining is? Because I don't know. Could
Yeah.
you please explain it to me?
Well, we're not going to go into definitions of it. I can just pull it up easily. But look,
No, just
the
a
fact
general
of the fact of the
definition.
matter is,
Just
the
a
fact of
general
the matter is,
description would be good.
I'm trying to disprove some of y'all's points. We're veering off. You think you're funny, laughing at me. Look,
Mm.
I'm
the
hilarious.
fact of the matter is,
actually.
more women in this country than Britain or England. Listen, more women in this country are single moms than they are in Britain and England. More women in this
Do you have a
country
source on that?
go to work.
Wait,
Do you have a
wait, was
peer
that
And they
reviewed
do.
was
source
that
on
the
that?
original point? Is that what
That's
we were
not y'all's
talking about?
original point. You're telling me, you're giving me stats from Britain when we're talking about America. I'm saying that your points are a general canvas for all men, and I'm trying to say that's not the case at all. I'm not trying to gotcha. I'm not trying to disagree with you. I'm just trying to ask you, is this your opinion as far as
How come?
you think
How
men are
come?
shit on
How
a
come
general
men?
scale?
How come men hate hyperbole? I don't get it. I don't get it. How come? How come men like on average hate hyperbole? Right. Let me ask you a question. If I were to say the phrase "dogs are cute," are you okay with that phrase?
Well, it's true.
But not all dogs, though. And not all dogs are cute. Why aren't you contesting this? You had an
Well,
issue.
because
You had an issue before, but now,
even ugly dogs are cute. I'm an animal lover. I
yeah.
can't
And
fucking turn away a dog with two legs.
And even good men engage in systemic sexism and misogyny and unlearned misogyny. Yeah. So like, yeah. Thank you for proving my point.
What would
right?
be? No, I didn't prove any point.
Yeah.
Why are you saying men, even good men, engage in misogyny? Like, what's your
Because they
example of
do.
misogyny?
Because they do. What do you think misogyny is?
Men trying to diss women in
No.
various ways. No,
Misogyny would be
It is.
thoughts, attitudes, or behaviors in which paint men as better than women.
So
And
some
all
women are
men engage
subservient
in
and want
misogyny.
that. Some women are subservient and want that quality in men. I'm not saying that's a general
Subservient is a crazy
blanket
phrase
statement
to
for
use.
women, but that's a personal belief in their system. Some women don't
Subservient
want to
is the
have
word you
responsibility.
use.
Some women want to be bossed around. That's just par for the course for some women. I could say the
Subservient
same
is
general blanket statement for
bananas.
women, that they are subservient and they do belong under the command of a man. That's how it's
Oh,
been for thousands of years throughout humanity, but that's not how it is here. Like I
Does it go
said,
the other
cultures
way?
change things.
Wait, so are
Excuse me?
you also acknowledging that there are like men, quote unquote, that want to be like pushed around and be subservient
Yes,
to women too?
absolutely. Yes,
Can you give me
absolutely.
an example of that? I'm
That's
interested.
true.
Can you give me an example?
Why would I need to give you an example? It's true. Your statement's a fact. There's some men that want to be subservient. I don't need to give you an example. That some men want to be subservient in the bedroom. There's weird shit that goes on in the bedroom. Or some women, like some small, natured men like to be with women that are larger than them. Or there's various examples across the board. There's not a general blanket statement that you can put men as an entirety under. That's my whole point. That's my whole reason for calling the show. It's like, hey, these are general blanket statements that you're putting all men under the sun, under that blanket, and that's not necessarily
Why
fair.
don't you have
There's
an
so many
issue? Why don't
different
you have an
kinds of,
issue with the general blanket statement that all dogs are cute?
because all dogs are cute, and that's my opinion, though. Some people hate dogs, Some people rather have a lizard or a bird or something like that. That's just my opinion. It's not that for me. That's a general blanket statement. I love dogs. I absolutely adore them, even the mangy ones that are homeless and shit. I like them. But that's just me. That's not everybody.
Truly embarrassing. What is more quick,
Embarrassing?
Alina? Can I ask you a question? What's more
course.
submissive? What's more submissive? Being in like a relationship with your partner where you're a wife or a nanny, or like going to work every day and having somebody tell you exactly where to go, what to do, how to do it. What's more submissive? Because it feels like men on average tend to be more submissive than women, considering they have to submit to their bosses and their managers every day.
Well,
yeah.
it depends on the
I would
job
say
that
so.
you work, really.
What job doesn't have a
I'm a
manager?
I'm a superintendent. I'm a boss. I'm not submissive to anybody. I control
Have
multi-million
you
dollar
always been?
projects.
Have you always been a superintendent?
No, I have not.
No, so you were submissive though. You
Isn't
did
there
have to submit
like
to people.
the
And I'm
superintendent
not saying that I'm not submissive
Hold
at
on,
report to
times.
stop. Alina's
somebody?
I
talking.
have to say,
Stop. Alina's talking. Go ahead, Alina.
No, but the superintendent does report to somebody. You guys aren't at the top of the chain. Who do you report to?
yeah. Well, it varies. It varies project to project. For the ultimately, I'm in control of the finances. I'm in control of the blueprints. I do have an owner of the company, a president of the company, but I don't report to him. I don't talk to him every day and let him know the progress. He trusts me and my expertise, and the fucking
Yeah, but he
paycheck
can
that he
also
gets at
fire
the end
you
of
at
my
any
project.
moment.
Hmm.
If you're not signing your
Would you
own
say? I didn't
checks, then you report to somebody.
Right, but I'm not subservient to him. I rarely talk to
Yes,
him.
you are.
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and we all
I'm
do have to
curious as to why
show some
it's hard for you
subservience.
to admit that. Why is it hard for you to admit that you work for other people?
No, why are you making it seem like are you making it seem like I'm making it seem that way?
Well, just you very much are.
The way you question questions to me, the way you setting up questions to me is disrespectful. You're trying to get me in a gotcha moment.
Does it bother you
Like
that you are being disrespected? Does it bother you that I have no respect for you? Does that bother you?
No, you don't know me from the next guy. I think it's
Well,
just on a
why are you
general.
talking about it? Why are you
It
bringing it
sounds
up
like
then?
it sounds like it bothers you.
Well, because you said you're putting words in my mouth. You're putting feelings in the arena. You're stating things that about me that are not true. So yes, that would bother me. You're like,
If they're not true, why do they bother you?
you're throwing in little jabs.
We're strangers on
You
the
have
internet.
attitude in your voice. You have attitude in the way you ask questions. You have attitude in the way that you present yourself, and it's just it's rude in a general conversation.
I can't help that you're sensitive, right? If you're joining this conversation, right? If you're too sensitive for the conversation, then that's on you, okay?
Well, I think you don't like men, and that you're bringing that attitude to the table instead of being like a mature, flat tone woman or something like that, or a person. You're bringing attitude straight to the table. You're trying to get me in gotcha moments, and you're throwing jabs the whole time.
Should I smile more?
You're not making the conversation pleasant by any means. I would like to have a straight up conversation with you,
should
but
I smile more?
quit telling me. No, I'm not telling you to smile more. I'm not one of those fucking boomers that's gonna be like, here's a quarter, smile more. I'm trying to have a truthful, honest conversation with you guys, and you don't have to throw jabs at me.
Wait, I'm curious. Did you call in here because you wanted people to be nice to you and respect you? Is that why you called in?
No, I have that all day at work.
So
I don't need validation. I want to. Honestly, I'm going outside of my comfort zone, calling and trying to have a conversation because, a lot of us live in echo chambers. A lot of us live in political echo chambers, cultural echo chambers, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't think I really have in this case, but I don't know. I'm trying to cross outside of my comfort zone and have real conversations with people that I normally would disagree with. I'm not trying to bust y'all's balls. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I would like to have a meaningful conversation. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn something.
So you came here to learn. That's your goal?
I didn't say that. I said I'm crossing my comfort zone to have a conversation I normally wouldn't have. But I don't want words put in my mouth either. You're not gonna get a gotcha moment out of me. You're not gonna get me to blow up and say some crazy radical anti-Semitic shit.
Need one.
It's curious that you think that. It's curious to me that you think that when we're questioning the things that you're saying that are really cringe,
it's the way you're asking the questions.
You're acting very defensive. You're very concerned and you're very paranoid, honestly, about being caught in a gotcha.
I feel I could say the same thing. I could say the same thing about you. I don't have nothing to hide or lie about.
I'm sure you can't. I also have nothing to hide. I put my face on the internet.
But you're throwing jabs. I'm not throwing jabs. I could say all kinds of fun shit about you, but
you did
I'm
throw
not.
jabs. You called Future Skeleton disrespectful.
Well, that's not a jab. That's an honest opinion. I'm not sitting here trying to have a fucking argument either.
No, but
I'd like to get back on topic with the conversation that we were starting. So can we please get back to that?
From the beginning, you said, "Is this a gotcha?" When Javon was just asking what the pronouns were and just answering the basic questions. Like, you have been on
I didn't
edge
ask him
for
that.
almost
No,
every
you're
single.
lying. I didn't say that. I didn't say, is this a gotcha? I had to think about what he was saying. And even he was rude in the beginning. He's like, follow instructions. It's like, well, you know what? I'm not used to y'all's world. I'm not used to the pronouns. I don't have anybody
Just
in my
really
life.
quick. Just really quick. I just
that I-
gotta and maybe this will clear up some confusion for all of us. You did tell us your pronouns, right?
Well, yeah, you had to help me because I
yeah.
didn't understand what you were saying.
So you are a submissive man because you submitted to me telling you to tell
No,
me
I'm
your
not.
pronouns.
I'm not a submissive man, but I know how to submit. I know how to submit to get through the game. At the end of the day, we're all submissive. Some of us aren't. Some of us are just hard as rock. Like when me and my old lady are talking.
Are you small
she
nature
says,
then?
Wait, you're hard as rock
said?
after I
Small
made you
nature?
submit to me?
Is that-
That's crazy.
No. You misheard what I said. I said
He just
some
walked
of
into
us
your gotcha.
as men, as us, some of us are hard as rock, not fucking a sexual innuendo. We all have to be submissive in some ways. If we're always fucking hard as a rock, so to say, we'll fucking never have a job. We'll never have a good job. We'll never get through the game of life. You know, we have to play by certain rules. I'm not a submissive person, but I can be. I know how to submit in certain situations. If something at work I don't like happens, I'm not going to blow my lid and start yelling at somebody. You have to be submissive to the game. What are you trying to ask out of me?
Wait, did you just say you're not gonna blow your lid?
Okay, it's a joke. Okay.
I love that
Is the
Javon
lid
heard
up top or down? Where's?
I feel like I'm the only one in this
fully
conversation
heard what you
taking
said,
it serious.
Alina.
Is there any more questions you got?
Here's the reason why I don't take this conversation serious, because when I asked you what the difference in culture between America and Britain was, you said, well, we have a family first culture when that's the exact same culture they have in the UK. And then instead of just conceding was like, oh yeah,
don't.
Yes, they do. And instead of just conceding and going like, okay, I was wrong, you just kept trying to back that up with nothing. There is nothing to back that up because they 100% have they also have a nuclear family based model in the UK because that's where we got it from.
What's happening in our country? What's happening with our morale? What's happening with our family unit in this country? What's happening in the black and brown community? The highest number of single mothers, the highest abortion rates, and everything.
This is why I know you don't know. This is why I know you don't know what you're talking about. You know, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Every day.
You don't know what you're talking about because the single motherhood thing is a myth.
Family unit is being
single motherhood is a myth. Single motherhood is a myth.
Our culture in this country is
single motherhood is a myth. When we look at the single motherhood rates in black households,
single
it's actually
motherhood is not a myth.
Yes,
no.
I'm gonna walk you through. I'm gonna walk you through this real simple. When it comes to measuring whether somebody is a single mother or not, we use marriage rates. We look at, are you married? That's what's going to determine if you are single and a single parent. So yes, there is a higher rate of people not married in the black community, but that doesn't mean that they don't have partners and co-parents that they live with. In fact, when we look at CDC data, black fathers are more likely to be involved in the lives of their children than any other race of fathers. This is per report by the CDC. You want to bet?
You're pulling numbers out of your ass. That is 100% lie.
You want to bet?
We have data. We have data that'll prove you wrong. Quit lying. Quit fucking lying, dude. Quit fucking lying.
On racism without any sort of.
Yeah, I want to bet. I'll bet my bottom dollar. I'll bet everything in my bank account that you're a fucking liar.
Great. I want to bet $500 right now that I will pull up. That I will pull up
$5,000, dude.
Okay, you guys hear it now. So when I pull up the study by the CDC,
what study are you pulling up?
By the CDC.
The CDC?
No, when I pull up a study by the CDC that says that
give me the website. Give me the website.
Give you the website to the CDC.
What the link that you're pulling up? I want
CDC.gov. CDC.gov. You do the website to the CDC.
Yes, aren't you dating one of these single mothers?
Yeah. Well, she was single until I came around.
But she's not married. So where would she fall?
Doesn't matter. We're not going off of a marriage-based thing, and that's not what single parent. We go off of what welfare assistance we give out. We go off of.
Fall these stats?
Look, we know for a fact, majority of Americans in this country know that in the black community, black and brown community, the single motherness is at the highest, along with murder rate, along with
single mother. What race is your single
fraud,
mother girlfriend?
drug abuse, everything else.
What
There is
race
no
is your
fucking
single mother
parents.
girlfriend?
We already know there isn't.
What
We
race
already
is
know
your
there
single
isn't.
mother girlfriend?
Say what?
What race is your single mother girlfriend?
He's white.
Oh,
Let's just run through the
well then.
report. So black fathers who live with their children are more likely to have bathed, dressed, changed, or helped their child with the toilet every day compared with their white or Hispanic counterparts. Black fathers were also more
What are
likely
you
to eat
reading? No.
meals with
What are
their
you
children.
reading?
The fucking report, dipshit.
What fucking report, bitch?
I
Wait,
literally
wait,
told
boy.
you.
Do you not
Fuck
know
boy,
what the
what report?
CDC is? Wait, caller, can you
Shut
tell
up,
us? Do
bitch.
you
Shut
know
up. Shut
what
up.
does the
I'm not talking to
CDC
you.
stand for?
Crashing out so hard.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
Crashing out.
It sounds
You
like
guys already
it sounds like
crashed.
you
I'm
don't
following
know.
suit right behind you. No, when you start lying, that's when it pisses me off. When you have disrespectful women that don't know what the fuck they're talking about,
Ooh.
When
that
you
pisses
have
me off. When we got a fuck
it
boy,
pisses
when we
you
got
off.
hey, listen, fuck boy.
Disrespectful women
when we
piss
got
you off,
fat,
huh?
when we got a little
Aw.
fat pudgy,
Aw.
when we
Fun fact: I can put you on hold, you little punk ass bitch. Great. Now that is your tantrum over now? Are you done having your
no.
tantrum?
When we got a fat pudgy bitch like you,
Okay.
It's MAN-trum.
Okay. Let's just.
So hysterical.
Is your tantrum over now?
no.
Okay. One of us has the power here, and it's not you, dog. Is your
Imagine,
tantrum
fuckboy.
over now?
You a fuck boy.
Oh, okay. I'll
imagine
put you back in
talking
timeout.
all about like single mother this, single mother that, while having a single mother girlfriend.
Still on a
He's like-
tantrum?
Just like a
Wait.
Democrat.
Timeout.
He's
Got
like,
it.
he's like, oh no, it like, I can't, I love women so much, and my girlfriend gets so much
It's
love,
bothering
and
you
there's so much equality, and then he's like, you're a fat pudgy bitch, man, on the internet.
Bro, he
Imagine
literally
being
called
that
you guys.
guy.
He said these disrespectful bitches. Like, please, like I told you, every man has internalized misogyny. His is just external. Are you done now? Are you done throwing a mantrum?
Fuck boy.
Still throwing a mantrum. By the way, for anybody interested, this study is fathers' involvement with their children, United States 2006 to 2010. Again, what it found is black fathers were more likely to eat meals with their children every day compared to their white counterparts and Hispanic counterparts. And a higher percentage of black fathers took their children to or from activities every day compared with their white fathers. Black fathers in the home were also more likely to help their children with homework every day compared with Hispanic or white fathers. You done throwing a mantrum now?
Nope, I'm not done. Nope.
Okay, well it's simple. We can just put you on indefinite hold.
Imagine being so upset that your racist ideas are wrong, instead of being like, oh shit, like I had no idea, like I really did think that this was the case. Thank you for giving me the information. Or can I see that study? Can you put it up on the screen? I would love to read it.
I do.
Maybe I should unpack why those tropes are perpetuated in society.
I think we can appreciate though that whenever Jovan checks in and he's like, hey, are you done having a tantrum? He's like, no, I'm not. And I think that that's good insight that he's got.
Let's check again. Are you done having your tantrum?
Nope. No.
Okay. Well, if there's anything I've learned from working in elementary schools, it's to let children take a break when they're feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Captain Black Sparrow, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you so much for tipping to the stream.
I wonder if his single mother girlfriend, if the reason why she's in, keeping her separate space is because she realizes she doesn't want another kid.
I love that for her.
Wants to be far away from him.
Oh, I would assume so. You done throwing your mantrum?
Fuck boy.
Okay, you're not. Man, it's sad to see.
I love that he hasn't denied that
is?
it's called a mantrum.
Like, does he realize that a fuckboy is not necessarily like a diss?
A bad thing?
Especially like a man saying that to a man. It's like, it's not really a diss.
Maybe he's jelly.
Warrior Princess.